Yeah, being a lecturer at the University of Pretoria, I have the opportunity to travel quite often to attend conferences all over the world, and I always take my Sharks flag with me. So this Sharks flag has been on some of the most amazing places, the Red Square in Moscow, Buckingham Palace, Checkpoint Charlie, in Armenia, and in München, and it goes with me wherever I go. That's why it's so special. It was during my first visit to Moscow in 2014. So I took out my Sharks flag and I asked the guide to take a photograph of me with the Sharks flag on the Red Square. And then the police stopped behind me and they said, "What are you doing with the flag?" And I said, "Well, no, it's a sports team." They said, "No Sharks flag on the Red Square." And we had to explain to them that it's a sports team. So eventually they didn't arrest me or anything, but it was quite scary. Yes, we always take photographs, but then I said, well, it's useless. I have these photographs on my phone or on my camera. Let me make a little photo book of where I've been with my Sharks flag. So I had the opportunity to have a picture taken of me with the Sharks flag in the change room at King's Park with the players, and then end up in Moscow. So every country that I've been to, every special place that I've been to where I have pictures taken of my Sharks flag is in here, and it will include countries like Poland, the Netherlands, the UK, Germany, Russia, Armenia, and it's just special. So in March this year, I handed over a signed copy of this book to the team, and they invited me to the change room afterwards, and I made 2 copies of this book, and I even got the team to sign it for me. So this is my special book. And here I've got the signatures of every single person in the team, which was really just amazing. Yeah, it's amazing how we run into each other. It doesn't matter whether in Pretoria, Cape Town, Bloemfontein, there's always Shark supporters around. And I think it's because there was a period in the history of the Sharks where things didn't go too well. And the Sharks started with the logo Sharks Forever, in good times and in bad times. And it reminds me of one of the old banks we used to have, your bank partner through thick and thin. And it's like with us with the Sharks. And the Sharks do a lot of their supporters. So the brand of the Sharks is very, very well known. Everybody knows about the Sharks. Even if you don't support them, everybody knows them. You see cars in Pretoria with the sticker on. I see students at university with Shark shirts on. You see people walking around in the shopping centers in Pretoria. And it's because the Shark supporter is a special person. And the team is a special team. It's just like that. We're in a different class. Yeah, funny thing, I wasn't born in Durban. I was born in Mpumalanga, but went to primary school in Durban. And in those days, we supported Natal or the Banana Boys. And we moved, my father used to work at the railway, so we moved back to Mpumalanga and Witbank, where I matriculated. And I really became a passionate Shark supporter when I went to university. And the Sharks will be with me forever. My pub at my house, Sharks curtains and Sharks shooter glasses. And my students at Varsity always know I've got a different Shark shirt for every day of the week. And the joke is, if the Sharks lose on a Saturday, they write a test on the Monday. So all my students always will send me a message, "Doctor, we hope the Sharks win on Saturday." Yes, once you're a Shark, you're always a Shark. You don't change teams because your team is going through a rough patch. The interesting thing is, my wife comes from the old Noord-Transvaal, Northern Transvaal. She grew up in a Noord-Transvaal Blue Bull house. And when she was a matric, her father said to her, "Listen, my dear, you don't have to support the Bulle because I support them. You can choose any team you want." And she said to him, "Dad, I'm going to support the team who's got the sexiest men." And in those days, Kabos van der Westhuizen played for the Sharks and he had quite long hair, which was very fashionable. And she fell in love with the Sharks team, and she's now just as a passionate Shark supporter as I am. So there's no rugby wars in my house, luckily. Yeah, absolutely. We travelled down to Durban. It was the Currie Cup final between the Sharks and the Blue Bulls after the bad incident of 2007 with the Super Rugby. And we stayed in a guest house in Durban. And we won, and of course the following morning woke up and I had a bit of a headache of too many beers. I was standing outside smoking a cigarette, and the owner of the guest house called me and says, "Paul, come and have a look." I said, "No, I'm not dressed, I've got my sleeper shorts on." She said, "Well, come and have a look." And walking to the foyer of the guest house, and there's the Currie Cup stand. So the security company transported the Currie Cup, stayed in the same guest house than we did. So we woke up everybody, and we had our pictures taken with the Currie Cup. And one of my postgraduate students who travelled with is a big Blue Bull supporter. So he had to get dressed up in his Blue Bull clothes and stand on his knees and hand over the Currie Cup to me. And since then, we don't stay in any other place except that same guest house. So now this year, it's the 10th year that we were staying in that guest house.